about knowledge base and some of its features and functions. And then we're going to see a demo of the knowledge base, and then we're going to see a demo of how list bulk import integrates with the knowledge base to quickly build your article repository. And the like. So, by way of housekeeping, that's it. If you have any questions during the webinar, just ask them in the chat, and we'll try to stop and answer them, or maybe dig deeper into something you saw that you want to see more of, and the like. So by way of introduction, Bamboo Solutions, we're a global leading provider of services and application that extends Microsoft SharePoint and Microsoft 365 native capabilities. We've got some 8,000 customers worldwide using our products, close to 2,000 on active maintenance that we deal with every whenever they have an issue, or that have access to upgrades and new versions of the products they own. And we still support everything from 2013, 2016, 2019, and SharePoint Online, with 2022 subscription edition coming soon for our on-prem customers. All right, let's jump into knowledge base and see where we're at. Okay, so here's a list of some of our customers, 8,000 customers served worldwide. We are a gold Microsoft partner, and the like. It's like a double presentation. A little bit about us. We've been around for more than 10 years. We've been developing products for SharePoint, seems like forever, but we've been consulting as well for the past 10 years. We have over 40 consultants and developers that work on products and services for our customers. We do survey our customers. We enjoy a very high satisfaction rating on our products, which we always say are high value, low cost solutions that fill those functional gaps within SharePoint so that you can get the most for your users out of the Microsoft stack. But the knowledge base itself is a centralized repository of articles that resides within SharePoint, right? So this is software that is installed into your tenant in SharePoint Online, and it allows you to build a knowledge base or multiple knowledge bases for all of your users that have access to SharePoint. We have the solution is not a SaaS solution. It's not hosted somewhere else. It is in your environment, and it uses lists and libraries to help make the experience rich and quick for your users. The articles themselves can be very rich and engaging, and are security controlled, which we'll get into during the demo. You can create these articles using the integrated Froala editor that we are allowed to distribute within the product that allows you to create rich HTML articles that can have pictures and videos and links and things like that. Or you can mass import a set of PDFs into the knowledge base using list bulk import, which we'll see in action today. So we've had customers import thousands of PDFs from maybe an old system they were using, or a file system that they were using, or even OneNote. Generate those PDFs just the way you want them, drop them into a file folder, and then import them right into the knowledge base. We've also always protect the security of SharePoint, so those that can't get to the site can't get to the knowledge base. But actually, we take it one step further, where we have categories that allow you to group articles together into similar categories and subcategories. And each of those categories can actually be security trimmed to different SharePoint groups, so that as a user, I may have access to only 5 sets of categories and the articles related to them, and then there's another set of categories that I don't have access to. And you could do that to either trim it for different groups, or in some cases, let's say you've got a whole help desk and only some of the categories are pertinent to them, and to declutter what they're seeing, you can remove them from categories that are not related to their work, and they only see the categories that they have. The product itself is a perpetual license for the entire tenant. We don't have any subscriptions. We have no per user per month fees. This is a software that comes with first year maintenance. And then second year maintenance is 22% of the purchase price. If you choose not to purchase maintenance for whatever reason, we hope you stay on maintenance. The product will work forever as long as Microsoft doesn't change anything too drastic in their environment. You just simply will stop getting enhancements, upgrades, and bug fixes. So we try to take the operational risk out of software or third-party software that you install into your tenant, and give you a nice perpetual license price that allows you to create as many knowledge bases and serve as many users as you have licenses for within Office 365. And again, we spoke about this earlier. We have a special incentive for June that we've already had 2 customers take advantage of, where they purchased the knowledge base, and then we give them a free copy of List Bulk Import, which not only works with the knowledge base to import articles, but you can use List Bulk Import to import anything into SharePoint, including files into document libraries. You can automatically look for Excel spreadsheets or CSV files, grab that information to populate lists as well. So it's got a lot of usefulness and has been a product of ours for a long time. What we've done is upgraded it to also integrate with the knowledge base, which we'll see today. All right. So it's all about sharing, right? So we've got some great full text search capabilities that allow your users to quickly and easily find articles and save them to personal favorites for quick access. Delegated article review is a great feature where you can set the content review dates and assign that review to specific individuals in your organization, thus delegating the review of content within specific articles to subject matter experts. They can then mark it as reviewed, set a new review date, and off it goes. That keeping content up to date is always key for your knowledge base and making sure your users are getting the most out of it. We've also incorporated user feedback within articles. So at the end of every article, first at the top, there's a rating. So users can rate the articles, and then at the bottom, they can write a comment, and that comment can be then displayed. So this knowledge base is really for internal stakeholders, as SharePoint Online is, right? It's more of an internal tool. So getting feedback from other people who said, I read the article, this is awesome, here's another great resource. Or if you make sure you look at these 3 or 4 things, you can sort of crowdsource content within the feedback area and start a discussion on that article that becomes meaningful. Of course, all of those discussions are fully editable by the administrator. Notifications are sent out that a feedback item was added so that you could review it and make sure it's still appropriate. And we've also provided some analytics, and one of the most popular pieces of analytics is our search analytics. So here we're going to be recording what users are searching for and determine what results they were given as a result of their search, and then what they actually clicked on. So you want to make sure your articles are matching what people are searching for, they're finding what they need, and they're actually clicking through to an article based on those search results. And it really helps you improve your article repository by either improving the tags and categories or creating articles that are not there that people are searching for. Awesome. Just real quick on this List Bulk Import. So the product itself sits in between your file repository and the knowledge base. So on the right, we can see different folders full of PDFs. And PDF is the standard it needs to get into before we can actually import it. And you group those PDFs by metadata, just typically categories, right? Or an expiration date, if that's important. And that way you can import all of those items at once, assign the metadata for that batch, and then we'll convert it to rich HTML, preserving everything, including watermarking and images. We can't do dynamic content like videos. You'll have to add those later, but everything else can come in. We actually put it in the list and then take all the metadata for that batch and populate the metadata categories. And then you move on to the next folder and then do that as well. So even if you don't do it in mass, let's say you get your 3,000 or 4,000 articles in this way, sometimes people don't want to work with the online Froala editor to create documents, and they're better with Adobe. So a lot of our customers actually create the articles in the publishing tool of their choice, export it to a PDF, and then use List Bulk Import to import the single document into the repository. It's clean, it's easy, it's fast, and gives you some freedom for actually developing the articles in whatever tool you'd like. All right, why don't we go ahead and take a quick tour of our website so we can see where this product is located. All right. I'm going to bring this up. All right, so here on our website, we can see on our slider at the top, we are at our June product special for the purchase of knowledge base and get List Bulk Import for free. We've got a bunch of other things in here. We've got a new product called Security Audit Plus that helps make sure that all of the compliance and security levers are pulled correctly within your Exchange and SharePoint Online tenant. And we also begin looking for suspicious activity such as anonymous IP, attempted logins from different locations, suspicious Exchange rules that are being created, large file downloads, and the like. So it's really a must-have for anybody in SharePoint Online. Great to subscribe to our SharePoint Weekly Roundup. Every Friday, we bring together the best from the blogs and activities in the whole SharePoint world, and we email out links every Friday with an update from our own Chris Dooley and the like. So lots of good information on our website. Down here under our products, we've got the blue products are the SharePoint Online or Microsoft 365, and these are our legacy on-premise products. You can also grab those right here with quick links, and we'll go to view all products. That brings up a list of our now over 25 products that work in SharePoint Online. Alerts Plus was a new release that came out as an amazing product. Cal Plus is our top seller, Carousel, Chart Plus, column level security. But if you scroll down a little bit, you'll come right into our knowledge base product, which I think I just passed. Where's knowledge base? There it is. Look at that. And then here you can get a look at the product. If you're looking for the on-prem version of this product, you just simply click on that green link and it will take you over to our legacy products. Gives you some nice key features, some screenshots, and down here at the bottom, you can see a video of it in action. And then the price. So the price, first year with maintenance is $9,338 for your entire tenant. That is a perpetual license and first year maintenance. Second year maintenance is 22% of that price, so roughly $1,800 a year to stay on maintenance and get your upgrades and new versions, unless you have more than 2,000 employees or 2,000 people using SharePoint. If you do, there's an additional, I think, $2,900 or $2,800 charge for support. Not to the product price, but just to the yearly support to help us better service our larger accounts, but still keep the price reasonable for smaller customers under 2,000. This try buy button here in the lower left brings up our Bamboo Shopper. We do offer a no-cost 30-day free trial. Support is here to help you install it and give you a walkthrough if needed. No credit card is needed to get the trial. You simply download it, use Installer to push it into your gallery, add it to a page, and off you go. It is completely hands-free. We'll send you emails over the next 4 weeks, seeing if you need help, if you want to buy, if you need a quote, if you have questions, and the like. And when you're ready to buy, we'll take either a purchase order, we can give you a quote, or you can buy with a credit card right online. So very easy, very self-service. We do encourage try, then buy. We've been doing that forever. We stand behind our products, and we know that they'll perform the way you want. Okay. Taking a breath here, looking in the chats. I'm not seeing any questions yet, but let's get on and take a look at the actual product. KB. All right. So here's the product. It's installed into our tenant app catalog, and then we've added it to this page just like you would add any other modern SPFX web part. Once it's there, it will assume the theming and colors of your site. So you can see I've got this sort of green and white going on, and then this actually takes on that theming and color. This is the home page. The home page is where users will spend most of their time. Over here on the main working area, we've got essentially 3 sections. We've got our categories, and you can see these tree view out, that are groupings of articles. The articles are displayed in this grid, and this grid is dynamic, so you can, oh, my mouse is going a little crazy. So you can spread these out if you'd like and look at viewer ones. Within the grid, I've got pinned articles, which are articles that will always be at the top. I've got the categories that articles are assigned to, which could be one or many, how many times the article has been viewed, average ratings, tags. So we do support a tag and a tag cloud, which are more informal categories. Right, so these are very formal. It could be security trim. These are just tags that help you find things that are related. And then the date it was published. Also within here, I've got my favorite articles and articles by tag if I wanted to see that. We'll get into that favorite articles in a second. The full text search up here allows you to search for articles It does do intelligent searching so that if I'm looking for something with SOL, it will bring up all of the articles whose title has that combination of letters in it. And then these are, of course, are clickable, right? If I just hit enter, it will do a search and then show you the articles that have it. If something's not highlighted, then the term is actually in the article body. The full text search and the categories do work together, right? So if I get a very large search result, but I know it's related to product 2, I can click product 2, it'll preserve the search and then refine the results to only articles that are related to the category product 2. The reverse works as well, right? So if I clear out my search, and I think product 1's got a couple in there, and then I want to search for test, it only shows me results for the view that I currently see within that category. Once I click on my result, the article actually pops up. It's not a very exciting one, but this is a code snippet, as well as some images and the like. Super important. Look, in the scheme of things, this is what all of our knowledge bases look like. It's information that quickly people need access to. That is the standard. We can see our ratings across here. We'll give this one a 5 rating. I am the reviewer, so I can actually set the review date. I'm going to add this article to my favorites because it's something I need to get back to over and over the, say, the next 2 weeks, and I don't want to keep searching for it. I can copy the article link if I want to send it to somebody. Down below, at the bottom, if there were attachments, we can have attachments with articles. We can have related articles to this articles listed, and then I can, of course, add my feedback. So we can say, make sure that when using this code, you set this parameter. So this is something I learned after reading it, tried it, and I want everything that's in here to match that. So now if I go back here, I can see, you know, the date and time this was posted. There it is. As an admin, I can edit this. And then also an email has been sent to the admin that this feedback was added. All right. So let's go ahead, and now we can see in my favorites, I've got that article as well. Let's go ahead and clear out our search so we can get, so there's all articles. If I go to favorite articles, there's that one here and the like. This little icon opens the article in a new window. So sometimes if you've got multiple monitors, you want multiple articles open, you can pop it out into a new window and then move it around so you can have multiple ones up at the same time. So very straightforward. If we would look at some of the articles with a little more stuff to them, again, links, downloads, attachments, and the like. And what we're going to see is list bulk import some really dynamic content in here. And then we'll look at the results of what it looks like in the PDF and then what it looks like in here as well. The tag cloud is just that. We give you 2 different versions of the tag cloud, number of articles, the size of the font is the density or number of articles, and then same by views. So this had 11 views and this has less. So if I wanted to see everything that was related to .NET, I could click on it. It essentially does a search by articles by tag for .NET, and I get those articles right there. The advanced search is a little bit different. So the search goes full text search. It'll search your titles, categories, tags, and body all at once. But let's say I'm not finding the results I need. We've integrated our advanced list search product, and this allows you to segregate your search to a specific column within the list, right? So in this case, I know I want .NET only in the title because .NET is in every body of every article. So if I do that search, I can then see I'll only get the articles that have .NET in the title, and then I can go ahead and open the article up right from here. There we go. Missed it by that much. And there's my article. All right, so really nice. I can export my results and the like. And this list search is a great product that we sell separately. If you ever want to put a search capability onto a specific list or library so that instead of this search, which searches the whole site, you want users to search just a specific list to get what it is they want out of it, list search is your product. It's inexpensive, super powerful, and easy to use and set up. Similarly to the articles, we also have a question area. where people can ask questions, right, to subject matter experts. So let's say we call this need article on so and so. We'll go ahead and create this question. Its answers, right? And we'll go ahead and submit this. Now, what's nice is you can turn off the questions if you've already got a lot of questions, if you've got another system you manage questions with, or you can turn it on and have this icon there. It's up to you, but it's something that's, you know, a way to give feedback not related to an article, but also create another searchable repository of information that are Q&As that are answered, much like a discussion board, but built into your knowledge base. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we're managing and creating articles. So under this, these top 4 icons are what users see, and then these bottom 4 are what admins see to the site. So obviously, as an admin, I can manage articles, I can manage my questions, I can create and manage categories, and I can create and manage templates for articles so that you can reuse those as the basis for starting any of your articles. In here, I've got all of my articles, and they are either in a status draft, pending approval, published, or archived, right? So this, only when they're published are they available in the repository for the end users, right? So let's go ahead and we'll create a new article. And at this point, I can choose from a template library, which would then pre-fill, let's say, an outline or a basic template of an article that I can then fill in the text specific to what I'm creating. Or I can go ahead and create the template and save this as a template, or just go ahead and create an article. So let's go ahead and say new webinar article. All right. So in this case, this is our Froala editor that we've integrated in here that we'll go ahead and make this a full screen mode. And you can see we've got bold, italics, underline. We've got a lot of indenting and the like, paragraphing. We can insert links. We can insert images. We can insert videos that will self-play. You can insert those videos from any streaming service, including Stream, including YouTube, including whatever else, wherever you keep your stuff. And then we've actually got additional, such as emojis, tables, special characters. You can put files in it and the like. So pretty straightforward. What I do like about the editors, unlike SharePoint, the assets that you put in here are actually stored in the article. So you don't have to put the assets into a library and then specify in the article where that asset lives like you have to do in SharePoint. And unlike other items, the cut and paste works really well. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got this article, right, which is a couple pictures, different sizes, right, with some text in between it. So I can go ahead and I'll just go ahead and copy it and then drop it right in. We're going to clean it. And Froala uploads it, preserves the formatting, and off they go into a nice article. So really great cut and paste. SharePoint really stinks at this kind of stuff. This editor is really good at it, and now you've got it in SharePoint just the way you want it. So let's go ahead and get out of full screen. And then once we've got our body the way we want it, we can go ahead and choose what category. Could be in a couple categories. You can put a URL for an external resource that's related to this article. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that. We can then choose from the tags that we've already created on what this is related to, or create a new one. So we're adding to our tag cloud, and then it adds it to your tag library. And then you can set a review date. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what, I want this reviewed at the end of the year. And I've got my people picker. I'll go ahead and choose me. And then if you want, you can also set an automatic expiration date, so that if you want this pulled out of your repository at the end of the year, if it's only good for this year, you don't have to remember to do it. You can just set your expiration date, and it will then move it to archive status on that date. You can then choose to allow users to export to a PDF the article or not. You can add multiple attachments to the article, which we'll go ahead and do. I don't know, what do we got? I'll have to grab that screenshot. And then I can also choose a related article or more. And the search on that isn't as good as it needs to be. We're working on that, but you can then choose that this article is related to these two other articles. And I'm going to go ahead and make this published and go ahead and save it. So now we've got our new webinar article. If I come back here and I want to search for webinar, there's my article. I'll click there. It's got no ratings. I'm the reviewer. I can copy the article link. There's my nice pictures. I come down a little bit and I've got the related articles, my external resource, and my attachments, and then my place for feedback. As you're noticing, it's really fast, and we've spent a lot of time making sure we've got no throttling issues. We've tested this over 5,000 articles, and the goal is to quickly search for what you need, present those results, and then get to that content as quickly as possible. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Matt so we can watch the list bulk import in action and how we can quickly build these rich documents from your PDFs. Matt?
Thank you, Rob. And hi, everybody, and thank you for joining us today and taking a little bit of your time out to see our knowledge base and list bulk import. So what I'm going to do real quick is take over and share my screen. Oh, I had the wrong screen, but we'll move everything over.
Always.
Always. I try to be good and have a second monitor, everything all set up, and of course, Microsoft doesn't like that. So as we see here, we see the same knowledge base that Rob was showing. We're going to go ahead and we'll just give it a refresh so we can see his new webinar article and everything. So we can see it is the same knowledge base. I have a little document directory of 3 PDFs that I'm going to bring in for you today. A couple about our pandas. Our panda is our mascot, so I like to showcase our panda as much as we can, and then just a little article about our knowledge base. So I'll be bringing those in with our tool, our list bulk import. Now, as Rob was stating, our list bulk import not only allows you to create knowledge base articles, but it also allows you to bring in other information. You can transfer information from SharePoint to SharePoint as a mini migration tool if you want to go ahead and do that. You can bring in information locally, whether it be in an XLS file, a CSV, a TXT, or even a full-blown directory we can put into a document library. And then we can also tunnel into SQL tables and bring in SQL information and populate those in lists as well. But what we'll be doing today is actually looking at our local knowledge base, which is our PDFs, and then creating those PDFs into articles. So let me just click on our local knowledge base, and then I'll go to my source. And what we're doing here is we're going to pick where everything lives so we can move the data. And as Rob mentioned earlier too, we can either do one PDF or we can do a whole directory of PDFs. And I'm going to do the directory with you today. And we'll go in and you'll have to find where the directory is. Right, and of course, I hid mine to make it as difficult for me as possible here. And let me figure out what alphabetical order means. All right. So mine's in KB bulk import. And then I can go to my target, and my target is the actual site that I'm trying to uh, share it into. So we'll put in the URL up into the site collection. So as we see here, it is Canon KB test and Canon KB test down here as well. We'll put in my username, my password, if I can type today, and then we'll go and hit the migrate button. And what this will do is this will give you the ability to put in all of your metadata once it loads and verifies I am who I say I am. So here you can go in and figure out which state you want to use it, whether it be published, draft, review, or archived. If you want to put it in a review state before you sign off and start letting everybody in the site see it as published, you can do that. We can also put in what date it is going to be published on, the review date, and the expiration date. So if we do want to change that, we can even type in here. I can change that to 2023 on the 20. Hold on. 2023 on the fly, and it's smart enough to know that it, changes the day and all that stuff. And we'll put the review date as just later in the week, right? So we can type into it. We can use the drop down, whatever you want. We also have the ability to export these back to PDF again. So any of our articles can be exported out of the actual knowledge base. And this will just check that box again. So if somebody wants to use it in an email, use it in a PowerPoint, something like that, you can bring the information out and use it again. I can set the reviewer. Uh, we'll make Rob the reviewer so I don't have to. We can add tags. I'll just make one webinar, and that should make one on the fly for me as well. And then I'll put it into product one as the category. Again, what this will do is it will mark all of the articles, the three that I'm using right now in that directory, mark them all up with our metadata, and put those in as our articles. So we don't have to go in and redo that metadata if we don't want to. It's already here for us with the tool. So what I simply do is hit migrate. I make sure that it is what I think it's going to do, where the site is, where it's coming from. It is going to be three files, so it knows already that it is three files in the one folder. And I'll hit start. And I'll go, and it takes a little bit just to kick itself off, but then it's pretty speedy. There we go. We get the first one. It's working on the second one now. Second one's done. Third one's done. And we're done. Right? We do have a log that if something does fail for some reason, you'll find out why. Usually it's a naming convention, maybe a special character in a title that SharePoint doesn't really like. That's why it'll do that. And then it'll show us our successes as well. So we have all of that done. And what we'll do is I'll take that little directory out of the way. We'll give it a nice little refresh, and we should be able to see my new ones here. So we have my giant panda at the National Zoo, and the knowledge base key features, right? So if I go to any of these, you're going to see exactly what it saw in the PDF. Now our key features is the key features of the knowledge base with a watermark on top of it, right? So it does understand that the watermark comes in, and we now see the article as well, right? So we can now go ahead and, see this article that we already made in a PDF. I made this one in Word, uh, printed it out as a print to PDF, and then brought it here. That no magic, no behind the scenes funny business that we're doing here. Just simple PDF conversions, putting them right into HTML for your knowledge base. And then if we want to see, I think the giant panda at the zoo has a nice little panda here sitting for you that came in, and yeah, just a little description of how the giant panda started at our local national zoo. Rob and I are outside of DC. We're really proud of our pandas over here at the zoo, and we're lucky that we are able to use a panda as a mascot. So again, just whatever you'd like to do with it. Again, Rob said we can't do anything with like a video. It is, again, PDFs don't know how to handle them, so in turn we don't know how to handle them. But if you have picture layouts, graphical text, watermarks, we can do whatever you want to do and bring them in for you. I think that's my time with you guys. So I'll kick us back to Rob, and Rob will finish that for you. And again, I do thank you
So
for listening to me today.
thank you so much. All right. Well, in conclusion, if there are any questions, we'd love to answer them. We'll take a second on that. We do offer 30-day free trials. We'll help you with the install and walkthrough, help you build out your first couple articles. That's all included with your free trial. And then hopefully make you a customer. We can get you through that process in the next 15 or so days. We'll give you a free copy of List Bulk Import as well, which I believe is a $1,600 value. It is a per seat license. It runs locally on a machine or on a local server. And you'll be finding hundreds of uses for that product. So unless there's no questions, we'll wrap this up and say have a great day. Happy June. Looking forward to the holidays coming up in the next couple of weeks. And we'll see you all online.